Yo, what up, y'all? This is Justin McKissick. Larry, hope you're doing well. We're gonna do things a little different. We're gonna go back to the chart in a minute. I wanna ask Gemini. Let's talk to AI real quick. Let's ask AI a question. What is an indicator? Just ask what an indicator is. Okay. It says, okay, I could tell you about indicators. The term indicator can mean different things depending on the context. Generally, it's something that provides specific information on the state or condition of something else. Here are a few common types of indicators. You got chemical indicators. In chemistry, an indicator is a substance or a litmus paper or a phenyl that changes colors to show the presence or the concentration of another chemical substance or to indicate the end point of the reaction. Oh, I love that definition the most. Okay, I love that. I love that definition. It says to indicate the end point of the reaction. That's exactly what moving averages do. The indicator moving averages, it indicates the end point reaction. But let's keep going. Economic indicators. These are statistics used to measure and interpret the health of an economy. Example includes gross domestic products, unemployment rates, inflation rates, and consumer spending. With help, economists and policymakers understand economic trends and make decisions. Okay, so this also says people make decisions based on indicators, okay? Because there's statistics that use to measure, okay? Moving averages do the same thing, okay? Okay, environmental indicators. These are used uh to track the state of the environment and the impact of human activities, okay? So that's what moving average indicators do. It shows the impact of price action, okay? Social indicators, okay? These are statistics used to measure social conditions and the quality of life within a population. Examples include literacy rates, life expectancy rates, poverty rates, and crime rates, okay? Everything based on numbers. So basically, it's following the numbers. Everything is basically showing you something going on based on what the numbers are doing currently, okay? Oh, here we go. Technical indicators for finances. That's what we're doing. In the financial market, a technical indicators are calculations based on price, volume, and open interest of a security contract, okay? The open interest, so that's basically the current state of interest of the price action because it's the open interest. If it's open, that's current, right? Traders use them to predict future price movements. Yes, you can use it to predict, but you have to use a higher time frame. We'll get back to that later. Traders use them to predict future price movements. Example, look at that. The first thing they talk about, moving averages. Why would they talk about moving averages first? You know, and then relative strength and the moving average conversion divergence. Even the convergence divergence has moving average in front of it. Okay. And let's go to performance for indicators for business. Also called key performance indicators, these are measurable values that demonstrate how effective a company is achieving in business. So that right there hits the nail on the head. Okay. So indicators all basically show something based on statistics. Okay. The moving average indicator is the only indicator that shows you what is going on. Period. There's not another indicator that does that. The MACD does that, but it still have moving average in it. Okay. You have the relatively strength indicator, but that's not even following. It follows the price, but it's not on the price on the actual chart. So let's go back to the chart. We see this moving average right here, right? These are moving averages. Each one of these moving average, look, this is moving average, the green line, purple line, blue line, yellow line. These are moving averages. So in layman's term, a moving average is an indicator that follows price and shows what price has done in the past. Okay. And it also shows what it's doing currently based on the parameters. Okay. So based on these parameters we see here for these indicators, it's following the price and it's responding to that. Just like we see how this blue line is close to the price and the yellow line is close to the price, right? And we see how this purple line is not that close to the price, but it's still doing something. And the green line is not that close, but it's still doing something. All these moving averages are responding and showing what price is doing based on the parameters, okay? And as we go up time frames, it's going to show something different because moving averages, they adapt to the current time frame that you're trading for whatever pair you're trading, okay? Now, what you're about to see is my auto trader take a trade. You're about to see something. This is great. This is something you receive when you buy this tutorial. This is not a course, this is a tutorial. Watch it take this trade. Boom. Now you're thinking, damn, huh? Yes, this is an auto trader. I figured out how to make my algorithm for moving averages take trades automatically. I started off with like about $100, something like that, a little more. And I basically doubled my account in a trading session. Okay. And this is all from auto trades. Okay. My algorithm, this is my algorithm. I'm not going to tell you the parameters. You'll buy the parameters, but let me tell you what it is. Based on just like right here, this is a perfect example. The reason this just took an auto trade is because this blue moving average was over this orange moving average or the gold moving average, whatever we want to call it. And in the past, when the blue moving average is under the gold moving average, the price goes down. That's interesting. Okay, wait a minute. So you telling me in the past when the blue is over orange, price goes up, and in the past when the blue is under the gold uh moving average, the price goes down, right? Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Blue over gold, price up, blue under gold, price down. Wait a minute. How long could it have been doing this? How long wait a minute. How long has this pattern been taking place? This has to be new. No, this is not new. Just look at a higher time frame. Look at this, y'all. On a higher time frame, the monthly time frame, oh my God, look. Moving averages go back years to back 2006, and look, it's the same fucking pattern. Look, when this blue moving average is over this orange, this gold moving average, price went up, and when it was underneath, price went down. Oh my God, I think we discovered something here. So I think it's safe to say that moving averages don't lie. It follow price. It follows the price action. It's responding to price action. Even these slower moving averages are doing something. They're saying something. Look, let me show you. At a certain point, when this purple moving average went under the green moving average, the price continues to go down. Look, price, it does continue to go down. And when the purple is over the green moving average, price goes up. Ain't that remarkable? It's not remarkable. It's what moving averages do. It follows price action. Okay? It follows the trend. You cannot beat the market. You cannot outsmart the market. You cannot get over on the market. You cannot predict the market unless you're in a high time frame. But what you can do is follow the market. Look how easy this is to follow a market. As long as this blue moving average is under this gold moving average, the price goes down and you keep that trade open until this moving average is no longer under this gold moving average. Okay. And then you keep this trade open as a buy as long as this blue moving average is over the gold moving average. It's a buy. Okay. I will show you how to continually be able to follow this pattern. This is not a hard pattern. This is not rocket science. This is not rocket science. We watch Sesame Street. I'm sure you watch Sesame Street or you watch something with PBS, public broadcast station. Something. That was the first thing we learned about was patterns when we were babies. Green, blue, green, blue. What's gonna come out the blue? And then your mom give you a big old kiss on the cheek. Instead of mom giving you a kiss on the cheek, why not get some fucking money? So what I'm gonna teach you how to do is follow this pattern. Again, this is not rocket science. There is no license needed for this. But again, you cannot be greedy because the market would take your money. You cannot get over on the market because the market would take your money. You cannot be impatient because the market would take your money. There's a system. There is a strategy. I would teach you how to follow this strategy and make money continuously. I would teach you when to trade. I would teach you what to trade. I would show you when not to trade. Okay? I would teach you how to do what you call a top-down analysis where you can understand where price is going to go and get in that sweet spot. It's all about that sweet spot. Like when you're having sex, that sweet spot, when you're not getting in that sweet spot. And that's when you really start doing some damage, when you get in that sweet spot, okay? Let me show you something. I got like 5 minutes of recording left. This is just the intro video just to show you that I know what I'm talking about. This is the monthly time frame, right? Okay. This is a monthly time frame. Let's grab a line real quick. Let's grab a line real quick. Vertical line. Let's grab a line. Let's put this like right here. Put it right there, okay? So you see these two candlesticks, that's representing a month, right? 2 months. Each candlestick, because it's a monthly time frame. These two candlesticks, including the one that's over, that's about 3 months, but 2 months. Price has been going down, right? Let's go to the weekly time frame to confirm that was true. Look at that. That's the same line I just put, and look, it just confirmed that. You see where the sweet spots come in? And look at these moving averages responding to each other. Look, this moving average, the purple is now curving down, and this moving average is curving down too. That's the language that I'm going to teach you how to understand what moving averages are saying. See, moving averages don't lag. They just speak a different language. You got to learn how to speak its language. You feel me? When you understand what the language is saying, then you understand how to communicate with the charts. See, I'm not teaching you to do all this hard shit where you got to measure and do all this stuff and do things and you got to take action. The only action you doing is reaction. Okay? The only action you taking is reaction. That's my slogan. The only action you take is reaction. You reacting to what the price is doing. Okay? Let's keep going down some, all right? Let's look at the day chart. Let's look at the day. Now look where the line is. About right here, right? That's where the line is, right? That shows you the same thing. So by the daytime frame, if you would have kept the trade open right here going down when the price was going down, and you could do it on the auto trader too. Remember that. My auto trader work. You would have cut all that money. Then when the price going up right here, get the money. Look, blue under yellow, price go down, making the money. Money. Look, the blue just went under the daytime frame on the gold. Look in the day chart. This candlestick is underneath the blue, is underneath the gold. So what that mean? What you think is gonna happen? Based on what you're seeing, look, when this purple line is under this green line, price goes down, right? And in the past, when the purple line was over the green line, what happened? This is easier than support and resistance, and you cannot lie. You cannot deny what you see in front of you. If you deny it, you're a liar. You're lying to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Moving averages is by far the easiest strategy that you will ever use in trading. You will be consistently making money if you give me an opportunity to show you. Give me an opportunity. This will be your last trading course, tutorial, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but you will make money. But again, you cannot beat the market. You cannot cheat the market. Don't predict. The only action is reaction. I'm Justin McKissick Larry, and this is TradeMo.co.